Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is the Happy Hour podcast. This is the most unpredictable hours adult party show. Of course, I'm Ray, and joining me this week, please welcome back the man, the myth, the legend, the man who is also joining us here on Roku and Fire TV via the Planet X network, and his Yo show and another music show that he will be doing as well, Jeff Perini. Jeff Perini is here. Welcome back, Jeff. What's going on, brother?
Thanks, brother. Let's give a shout out to my girl, Britney Spears, and a shout out to Saturday night, man. So we get the weekend started with some Happy Hour pod.
And of course, Robb from Real Sharks, brother. What the fuck is up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Of course, a lot going on recently. It is now officially the beginning of fall. As you can see, I'm kind of rocking a hoodie. Like, it's hoodie weather. This is the kind of weather that like us bigger fellows like, because it's kind of like hot girl summer, but it's fat boy fall. Like that.
I like it.
What it
Bro, I'm
is.
getting that in a hoodie.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Of course, shout out to Team Skeet. Make sure we're going to be showing a trailer a little bit later on for Empty Nest, which is the latest film, part 1 from MILF. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll be showing that a little bit later on during our ads. 25% off your discount, 25% off discount at Team Skeet if you go over and use the promo code Happy Hour. Happy Hour, all capital letters, 25% off, courtesy of the Happy Hour podcast, as a gift to you guys that are a fan of Team Skeet, MILF, and whatever. And of course, speaking of which, it is now officially pumpkin spice holiday. Like, I don't know about you guys. Like, my wife is like the typical like white girl. Like she like, we were at the store the other day and we were there and they had pumpkin spice goldfish.
What? Oh, dude, goldfish.
Yeah, I was literally like, how the fuck does pumpkin spice goldfish work? Like, she got some sort of like, it was a Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice latte, like cold brew. Then she got pumpkin spice fucking frosted mini wheats and all that shit, which she told me earlier, actually, she didn't feel well after eating. And I was just kind of like, well, I mean, like, me personally, I don't know about you guys. I hate pumpkin. I hate it. It. The only thing I eat pumpkin wise is pumpkin roll. Her family will make pumpkin roll every year, and that's good. It's more of a cake, I guess. That's probably why I like it, but I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like regular pumpkin. Like, I don't know. I can't do it. Like,
it's all about just pumpkin pie, dude. I can't stand pumpkin in anything.
Right. Stop it pie,
all.
dude.
Yeah, stop it pie. Yeah. Like, but I can't really judge because I actually like the taste of gingerbread and everything. So,
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Gingerbread's not that bad though. Like, I mean, I would do gingerbread over, most other things. Or
don't be a pumpkin cis, Ray.
Yeah.
Right, you are a pumpkin sis. I can't even say that, but you're
like, and like, I don't know. I can't get into it. Like, I love the fall, of course, spooky season, Halloween. Halloween's always very special on the show.
football
We got
season.
a lot of fun stuff, coming up for Halloween. Actually, for Halloween, we haven't done it in a long time, but we're going to be bringing back our segment Smash or Dash, which was a segment that we did where we would show just a photo of just the most hideous human being you could find. And we would ask our guests if they could smash or dash, but we're going to do it with a special horror twist. So it'll literally be some of the biggest horror villains, like the demon from, what is that? There's a new one getting ready to come out. It's a ghost movie. Insidious. It's like the spinoff from Insidious. It's like the demon from Insidious. Of course, Jason, Michael Myers, Art the Clown from, just all kinds of different horror.
You got to have Pumpkinhead in there, right?
Oh yeah, Pumpkinhead.
Of course,
the Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead, just to see who we can see is the most smashable of all these by time October is over. So that will be fun. And of course, tonight, Jen, I'm not sure if you've been here for it, but what the fuck is that food returns tonight? We haven't.
I like it.
Yeah, we haven't had one of those in a long time. Jeff, I think you might have been here for one of them before in the past. And Robert, in case you're new to it, it's a segment that we do. There's a guy that I know, his name's Ray as well, and he's in a wheelchair and he makes all these weird foods in his air fryer. And people sit there and look and they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, literally. So, and of course, Taylor Senelia, she will be joining us on the show momentarily. and we're going to go ahead and rock and roll with that. I'm just shooting a message real quick just to make sure she has everything set up for Zoom and all that stuff. So
because I'm waiting for her to get here before I start drinking my juicy ass IPA. Like I got it strictly for her. I'm not going to drink it till she gets here.
And so guys, now with, of course, we talked a little bit about pumpkin. Have you guys, what's you guys thought on cinnamon? Like, are you guys big on cinnamon or anything? Or
depends on what it's on, dude.
Yeah, depends on what it's in, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if it's just cinnamon by itself? Like, have you guys ever?
That's a trap. Are you trying to do the cinnamon challenge here, Ray? Because that's a trap.
That's the thing. Have you guys ever taken part in the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah, I've done it. I've
done it.
So how did that, Rob? When you did that, how did that work? When you did? Like,
it was at high school, and I actually did not know about that challenge. And then my buddy was like, "Here, Ray," he was like, "Here, Rob, take a spoonful of cinnamon." And I was like, "He's like, I bet you can eat it." And I was like, "Oh, dude, I bet you I can." He's like, "You won't be able to." And I did it, and it was like almost like cement, really, like in your mouth. I mean, it clumps up. It's hard. It
clumps up as soon as it hits.
It dries. It dries your mouth out and clumps up. And I was like, dude, I can't do this. I was like,
yeah, man, my God.
With that, like me, I threw up so much when I did that challenge. So like,
I've heard TikTok kids dying doing that.
Oh yeah, like when we had a friend, when we did it, we had a friend. You remember the Man Show, like the older,
yeah,
beer down because he could open up his throat and just down it. Well, our friend had the ability of doing that. So when he did the cinnamon challenge, we handed him the spoon. Did you do it out of a spoon?
Yeah.
Okay. So we handed him a spoon and he was like, no, fuck that. And he took a 1 cup scooper and he scooped the cinnamon into it. And he was like, watch this. And he opened his throat and he was like, oh
my God.
And it went down. And like, mind you, he's like probably 450 pounds, like solid 450. And like,
that makes sense.
It goes down the throat. It's like, and we're like, he's going to explode. So next thing you know, he just, whoa, and it just literally like fucking powders, like Puff the Magic Dragon out of his fucking mouth, like everywhere. And I looked for hours earlier to see if I could find the photo. I no longer had the photo, but the photo of him spewing this mist out of his mouth, it looked like a combination of the Great Muda mist.
Yeah, it's gonna say the Great Muda, like.
But it also looked like, you ever see like those old school seance photos where like people had ectoplasm coming out of their mouth? And
yeah.
Like we literally seanced his ass. And like I had never
might make a good album cover.
Right? It's not bad.
Yeah, like it's just a good t-shirt cover. It's just no context. Like we're doing the no context screen caps now online. If you guys see those on our social media page, it's just no context. It's just him spewing the cinnamon, and it just says the Happy Hour Podcast, and that's it. And of course, we're here live on YouTube Live, and of course, for those of you that are watching us here on Amazon Fire TV and Roku via the Planet X Network, welcome. We appreciate each and every one of you, especially everybody over on Planet X/Roku Fire TV. The numbers are absolutely fucking killing it. We appreciate you guys for that. Just keep on coming in. We're going to keep on putting out as much as we can for you guys each and every single week. Now, with that, this is a double-sided kind of question, and I had this on the preview as well. Have you got, and like, it's a weird question to ask, but have you guys, and this doesn't count cocaine. Like if you guys do cocaine, I'm not going to judge you for it, but have you guys ever sat there and got dared to snort anything up your nose that wasn't cocaine?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So Jeff, what was yours? What was your powder that you put up your nose that wasn't the white powdery substance that most of us love?
It was salt. And it was a tequila. It was a tequila thing. It was Cinco de Mayo. Shot at tequila. The girl dared me to cocaine style hit the salt. So I did. And I got to tell you, dude, sick for days. Days with that. Oh my God, the pain. Days.
Exactly the same. Woo! But my nose got bloody.
You're right. Oh my God, dude.
So you guys did salt. Like, I don't know. I couldn't imagine doing salt. Like
I do salt, bro. It's hot on the streets.
Right. It's the thing to do, right? All the cool kids are doing it, bro.
Oh my God. No.
The two that I remember was one time when I was a kid, I don't know what it was. I got something stuck up my nose. I think it was a rock or something when I was a kid. I remember my mom was trying to get me to sneeze. So she sat there and she made me like snort up like a bunch of pepper, and my eyes started to water, and like I'm shaking, like you would think that like I was exposed to cocaine, like my body's trembling at
You
this.
wish at that point.
Yeah, and it's like, so eventually it worked. It triggered. I sneezed, and this thing like fucking like bullets out of my fucking
Holy
nose.
shit,
But
dude.
I remember in high school, somebody also asked. There was a round dare of doing cayenne pepper.
Oh,
We all
never.
sat there, and like I remember the guy that did it. It was a guy named Drew, and there for a while he had a thing that was called FOD, Fools of Dundalk. It was a ripoff of Jackass. So just go. Everybody wanted to be Jackass at some point. So, and it was for that. And I remember seeing him cut the lines with a razor of cayenne pepper, like it was cocaine.
Oh,
And I'm just kind of sitting there like, does he know how to cut cocaine? Like, I don't. I kind of don't
that's your thought.
understand like what's going on, because like he's cutting it, and like, so he had the line, so he did it, and like just the reaction that he had, like I automatically, that's almost like putting one of those like dog collars on like one of your friends and it blasts them, and then you're like, no, I'm good, bro. Sorry for your luck. Like that's kind of like how I was, but then it's like, no, dude, you agreed to do it. Dude, I'm telling you, when that pepper went up my nose,
Oh,
I saw a different dimension.
oh
Like
my God.
that shit went up my nose, and I think it went to my brain directly. Like,
Explains a lot, bro.
and I felt like I literally snorted the hellfires of hell through like my nose. I felt it in my throat. My eyes were bloodshot. I was sneezing everywhere. I was dry heaving. I was throwing up. Like it just everything that could possibly happen. Like my eye, like there was snot coming out of my eyes and blood coming out of my nose with shit coming out of my mouth. Like it fucked everything up so bad that I was just like, my body doesn't know how to work anymore. What's happening? And it's like all of this unnatural shit is just flowing out of me. So yeah.
The opinions of the Happy Hour podcast are not shared by those of YouTube, the Yo Show, Planet X.
And Taylor, she's trying to get connected. She said for some reason it keeps booting her though. For some,
I've seen her come up twice.
Yeah, so she popped up for a second. So I guess she's trying to, fiddle around with that. I did see that it said her iPhone was there or whatever.
Yeah.
But of course, you guys know how this works. We're a live show, so we're gonna just keep on moving on and trucking along. Real quick, I'm just gonna check. And
Rob, may I?
having any all right, so right there. What's up?
Our slogan on the Yo Show is live happens, because live happens, bro.
Oh,
You
yeah.
go live, shit's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Oh yeah.
And that's some of the beauty of it there, really.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, like with pro wrestling, card subject to change, and that's literally the way that it works. Is it's card
Every
subject.
time.
Oh man, and the stream is rocking. So let's go to the stream
I gotta put that on my show.
real quick.
Subject to change.
Yeah, and of course, shout out to Jason Rushman. Jason, he's our #1 fan. He comes in each and every episode that we're live. And actually, Jason, say in the live feed, I seen him post a photo. And Jason, I love you, buddy, but I don't think this is healthy. He sent us something that someone threw away a massive amount of Doritos, like Cool Ranch Doritos and regular nacho cheese Doritos. And he said that he found them in, I think he said like a dumpster or something like that, and they were unopened. And like, I've been worried about his health and his well-being ever since, because I don't know how old they could have been. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. I think if I'm hungry enough, I'm eating like a massive amount of expired Doritos, like to survive, and whatever happens. But
They're Doritos, bro.
yeah, but if they're fresh Doritos, part of me also sits there and thinks, why did they throw these out? Like, were these a murderer's Doritos? Like did the guy who was on the run in PA that crab walked off the wall? Were these?
Wait. Are we unpack? Let me unpack this. Are we talking about unopened fresh Doritos in a dumpster that are just fresh for the taking?
Yes,
unopened.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, I'm taking them all day long.
They're unopened.
I'm there with
They're
it
all
unopened.
day, dude.
I don't know. Like me, I think I would take the nacho cheese ones and I would leave the Cool Ranch. Like, sorry.
Stop it, dude. We're gonna
Cool
brawl.
Ranch is gross.
Yeah, the Cool Ranch is exactly where it needs to be, in the dumpster. So
Oh my god.
Agreed. Agreed.
and
Right.
did I freeze? It looks like I might have
You
froze.
froze.
Did I freeze? All right, yeah.
No,
So
I was
that's
gonna
what,
say, then again, when it comes to Cool Ranch, you're talking to a guy whose wife just commented that she snorted pixie sticks. So I'm not doing too bad.
I
know
hear
a
you, I
lot of
hear you.
people have done that.
Man, but I'm looking at my wife's comments like, who is this woman? I'm like,
No,
"Oh,
I know a lot of
fine."
people. Have
Like,
snorted
who is
pixie
this
sticks.
person? And see, Jeff, remember what I told you earlier with this damn GoPro? I was like,
Yes,
there's
you
times during an
did.
episode
Yep.
you'll see me unhook the bitch because it'll start, going haywire or whatever. And sure the fuck enough, surefire, it went fucking hangover. It went fucking haywire.
You let me down, bro.
Let's see, of course, Cassie, shout out. That's Jeff's lovely wife. Let's see.
Lucky
Jason
wife.
Rushman said, "What up, Jeff? Hope you're having an awesome night. What are you drinking tonight?" So, Jeff, what is it? Our guest isn't here yet tonight, so just in case she happens to not show up, what is it you are drinking, my man?
I got 3. I got Lawson's Sip of Sunshine, excellent brewery from up north. This is their IPA. It's excellent. I'm waiting for the guest to come if she does to drink Juicy Ass. Juicy Ass by Flying Monkey Brewery. Juicy Ass, and she's got a pretty juicy ass. Sorry, I love my wife.
Monkey, okay.
And last but not least, everybody waited for it, and I'm doing it. The new Buzz Balls mixed drink.
I love those, bro.
Oh,
Those are
dude, these are
amazing.
new to me. This is
Those are amazing,
phenomenal. The
man.
espresso
I've had
martini one, forget this.
I've had one. I've had the margarita one. That's the only one I've ever had.
Got them all, bro. They're all good.
Oh, damn, bro, I need them. They gotta sponsor us, dude. I need it.
Oh yeah, definitely go over and sponsor Jeff. He's drinking your shit. Definitely sponsor. And
I'll drink your shit every night.
I'll get into our featured beer. Which
I love your featured beer. I need that.
Old School Honey Brown by Genesee Brewing Company. So make sure. I had one of my friends comment. She's like, "Oh my god, you're making me feel so old. I remember drinking that when I was young." And so make sure shout out to Honey Brown by Genesee. And what I'm going to do is, of course, since we're talking about those lovely, delicious balls that Jeff's suckling, we're going to get into our delicious salty watermelon Old Smoky whiskey. So shout out to Old Smoky. Go out, pick this up, man. They just released, what was it? I think it was chocolate peanut butter flavor. Or some shit like that.
Baby.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that probably tastes like fucking Nutella, because this is amazing. I could drink this whole bottle in one sitting just by myself. Let me
I don't
just
have a shot glass, but I gotta get in with you.
so there's that. So let me just go ahead and pop that into there. And so cheers, everybody. Here we go. And that will be there we go. All right. Cool. So as I said, for everybody watching at home, I'm not sure if our guest's gonna make it in through tonight. I sent her the link again. I haven't heard anything back. So if she doesn't come through, you're blessed with our handsome faces tonight. And that's the whole thing. She has a sweet ass. If you want, I can hold my ass up to the camera if need be, or whatever. So you might as well just pop open that juicy ass. So what we're gonna do is, have you guys heard about the Somerset Gimp? The Somerset Gimp.
Okay.
Enlighten us, Ray.
All right. So the Somerset Gimp. So the news article that I found is, it says, man 32 accused of being the Somerset Gimp appears in court as he denies jumping out on women while dressed in a latex outfit.
Hot.
So it says, a man accused of being the Somerset Gimp has denied jumping out on 2 women while dressed in latex. Joshua Hunt, 32, of Claverham, Somerset, England, allegedly leapt out at victims while wearing a rubber gimp suit. He is accused of 2 charges of putting someone in fear of provocation or violence under Section 4 of the Public Order Act. Oh man, I would never survive.
Bro.
I don't know if I believe those charges, Ray.
I
Because
am.
he is a gimp.
Those are
So
weird
is he
charges.
jumping out in front of these people to be beaten?
Like I don't know. Like I guess maybe
To
like
be the victim? Think
he's in
about it.
latex suit. Have you guys ever seen 1,000 Ways to Die? That was one of the
Unfortunately.
Yes, that was one
Love
of the
it.
ways somebody died. Like they were allergic to latex, and they went to see a dominatrix, and she made him wear a latex suit, and that's how he died, in the latex suit. It's insane.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, it says the North Somerset Magistrates Court heard the 2 summary-only offenses relate to incidences allegedly committed on May 7th and May 9th in the Bleedon and Cleve areas. Previous hearings have heard that the female motorist driving at night reported to police that they saw a man in a black costume. so this is the black costume. This is the costume in question that he was wearing. So let me just go ahead. Boom. So that is so that's him next to the car. So
what
at night, and homie just comes.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, I just shit myself right here.
But it looks like are his toes cut out? Like what is that? Is he wearing
he's got slides on?
Yeah,
he's a gimp. He's not like that bad. He's not an idiot.
You ever see?
He's got to be comfortable, bro.
Socks, the toes are a different color. Like, does it not go down to his ankles and he's just wearing socks with like different color toes? So it says the defendant is accused of using towards another person threatening, abusive, or insulting words or behavior with intent to cause that person to believe that this is a weird sentence, immediate unlawful violence to be used against him or another person.
Dude, he wants to be beaten. I'm telling you.
Right?
I was right.
Anybody's begging for the beating the other way, dude.
He wants to be a gimp. He wants to be beaten.
So
he wants to be the victim.
Now, when I was looking this up, there is found footage. You know, like Rob.
Oh, please tell me you have it.
Rob,
tell me you have it.
You do Real Sharks. So you guys talk about movies, and found footage is a big thing in like the horror genre and just
Did it.
Found footage. So apparently there's unseen found footage. Now that's a photo. No one ever had a video of the Gimp, but now there's apparently found footage
shit
in action. So here's what we're gonna do.
Tell your friends if you're not watching yet. I should feel like I should comment on Facebook. Tell your friends. This is gonna be live.
You're not watching. Everyone should be watching this right now.
You guys know where this is going. So we can't sit here and talk about the found footage and then not watch the found footage. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the video pulled up on here, and we're going to watch the found footage, and we're going to talk about this. So here
I'm actually scared. I am.
The found footage right here.
Incredible.
Unsupported.
Oh my God,
right, different file. Oh, okay. So hold on. I got another idea. So I can work around this. So let me just go ahead, and this is what happened. So I forgot like the way I downloaded this. Like I screen recorded it off of my phone, and I think I have to save it through my video thing in order for it to save properly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull it up on my computer, and then I'm going to shoot the video through Windows Media Player and just screen record that so we can watch this, because things just happen to want to go completely off the rails tonight. So this is, of course, this is what happens when we're live. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to watch it just like this. You guys, it might not have sound the way that I'm playing it. So if not, I apologize.
I don't think sound is the issue.
Here we go.
Yeah, so that's not the issue, right? Let's see this.
The video.
Oh my God.
Can you guys hear it?
No, that's okay. I don't think I want to hear it. I'm looking terrified.
I couldn't agree more, mate. I couldn't agree more. So, fair enough. Mate, choice, society. You want a cigarette? Well, I thought I actually liked it. Did you? Hold on. No, say that. Say that. Look what they did, you man. Yeah. You can have a cigarette, man.
I wish you guys could have heard the
I
volume.
heard a cigarette.
Oh, we heard it.
You guys did hear the volume.
Okay, if you put some
Originally, I thought you
scary
guys said you
music
couldn't
behind
hear
that, that'd be terrifying. First of all,
I'm scared. I'm telling you.
So
I'm scared.
So you guys did hear it, or did you guys kind of
yeah,
hear it?
we heard it.
Oh yeah.
You
Motherfucker
offered him a cigarette.
At one point, I did hold the microphone up to it. So when it started, did you guys hear it, or did you not?
We heard it.
Yeah,
right.
we heard it.
Okay.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
Cool.
Hey, let's put it this way, Ray. I heard enough.
So
Yeah, it was great.
This dude is like military
respect him.
on the ground, while like coming numerous times, like because you hear him go, oh, and it's like, I think that's the thing. Like, I think this guy is crawling up on them because he wants he wants Master to beat him, and he doesn't have a Master, so he's looking for Master to beat him. So like,
What?
I mean,
I
can
guess
you blame him in this
I guess-
automated world?
I guess is it a master baiting? Like he's baiting a master.
Oh
like
my
that's what it is.
God.
Like
He's
They
not
made
fishing,
me
man.
do-
He's not fishing. He's not a masturbator. You know what I mean?
I'd
imagine
rather Margie would be the master debater than
you're on a midnight stroll. You're on a midnight stroll in Somerset. You're
I'm
smoking
hanging
cigarettes
myself.
with your
bro.
buddy, and all of a sudden you look down, and the Gimp is there. It's like I don't know. Like I feel like if I'm with my friends, I feel like I'm peeing on that man. Like that's what like I peed on people for less. Like people who aren't even in a Gimp costume. Like there was a student at the wrestling school who we were eating at the diner one night, and they threw like a fry at him or something. So he took butter and he meant to fling it at somebody else, and he hit the booker of the company with the butter. And the booker of the company was like a partier, and
Buddy,
so
bro, butter, bro.
we're drinking. He looks over at me and he's like, "Hey Ray, look, when he goes in the bathroom, you hold him down. I'm pissing on him." So like we go in and like, so we're just kind of like, all right, yeah, look, so you hit Hamilton with
Over
butter, so he's gonna pee on you. And he's just like, what? I'm like, look, you can either let him pee on you, or we're gonna have to hold you down. And then he's gonna pee on you. And he's like, well, I'm like, he's coming through the door. You have one or two options. So he just kind of like got down on his knees like this in the corner, and I just witnessed the booker just pee all over.
Oh,
And he was like, motherfucker, next time hit the right person with the butter. And I'm just gonna like,
I don't know, Ray. I mean, you kind of gotta respect the guy. I mean, going out there after it, man. Because let me tell you about this story, dude. You gotta kind of respect these kind of guys going after it like that. And this is a true story, man. This is when I was with my ex-wife. This is when I was with my ex-wife. I was at the reunion of Leonard Skinner, right?
oh, nice.
And this dude comes up to me, right? He's a guy. He's in Converse. He's got a skirt on. He's got a spaghetti strap. And he's like, hey, man, what's going on? And I was like, what's up, dude? And he's like, hey, I got an extra VIP seat in here, man. You wanna come with me? And this is in a line of people. And I go, oh, bro, I'm with my wife, man. We're going up to the seats and everything. But as he left, I told her, I seen him go right in past security. And I told her, I was like, maybe I should have gone with that guy. He probably knew how to treat a dude. Goddamn.
God damn it. He's been practicing to shoot his shot for years.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, like, with the shooting of the shot. So, of course, we saw the video, the found footage of the Somerset Gimp.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to see the man behind the costume?
Oh, I
I
have
don't
to.
know. That might take away from it, but yeah.
The authority.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know,
not wrong.
Like, I
It's like,
feel,
it's like when
I-
Kiss took its makeup off. You're like, all right, it's a bunch of like,
I
big haired dudes.
honestly feel like that this man right here, like, I feel like this man would be behind. like that is totally like, I wonder if this is the brush behind him. Like this,
I expected more.
this is
Right.
the video after
This
when
is
he
a normal
crawled out.
dude.
Like he just smoked his cigarette right here. Like that's
His cigarette, really?
Normal
He just took
dude,
a
Ray.
crack pipe.
Normal dude.
like,
That guy's the dude that works at Best Buy. I'm telling you.
That's an insult to Best Buy employees. Right?
you go in, he's making notes about you. Like he's just like, all right. Like,
Yes.
he's like, long hair, glasses, Real Shark podcast.
He's got your address.
Like some Science of the Lamb shit.
Yeah, like he's triggering you out like he's fucking Ted Bundy or some shit. And he's like, okay, I know I need to come. Like he watches you for weeks, and he's just like, I know I need to come back at this time. Like this is
Wow.
what needs to
Mhm.
happen.
He's
It's
going
like,
after you, Ray. He's like, look at
Right.
that strappy young lad right there.
Yeah.
Right? I'm some dirty old man with a
Yeah, he's
dirty
like,
ass beard.
so since our guest isn't here, I told Jeff a little bit about this before we went live. So speaking of a strapping young man that I am,
Thank you.
I went
you.
to the game last night, the Orioles game. So
Yes.
there was a place there called Deadle Donuts. Shout out to Deadle Donuts. They had these little mini donuts.
Shout out to Pac Manager at Pac Managers. Adam Jones. Sorry, bro.
Oh yeah,
Pac
Adam
Manager.
Jones, number 10, retiring as an Oriole, complete sellout crowd at Oriole Park. And they had churro. They had what
They
was it?
look good, dude.
And they
Back
had
to cinnamon
glaze.
again
We
here.
got the glaze. So we got the little mini glaze, like a whole box of them.
Yeah, they
And
look
then we had
great.
caramel, and we had a chocolate to them. They were chef's kiss. Me and my buddy blew through the whole fucking box. And so I came down here around like 5:30, and I'm getting ready to do the show. And all of a sudden, like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I'm like, I have to shit right now. And like, I run into my downstairs bathroom, and I had just bought toilet paper today, so it's still upstairs. So I'm like panicking. So I run up the steps real quick. My wife sees me grab the toilet paper. I like death clench the toilet paper, run back down the steps. As I'm taking my pants off, I feel like a water balloon on my ass. Like, I was like, what is this? So I just I unleash fury onto the toilet, like just unleash fury. And so I'm done. So I'm done. And I go to clean myself up. And I feel something weird, like what's going on with my hand? And like, I pull my hand up. And I'm like, what the? I pull the other hand up, and it's like a murder scene of shit in my hands. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So I'm trying to like clean myself. And next thing you know, it's on my hand. It's like, then it's kind of on the toilet. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I sit there and I just let my shorts fall to the ground, and I'm sitting there, and I have to like, I'm bent over like
Oh
this.
my God.
So I had to like run in my basement, go up the steps, run through the living room, run past my wife into the bathroom, start the shower, and take a fucking shower to clean myself up. And the only thing I can imagine is that as I was sitting down, it started to come out, and the bubble that I felt hit the seat and just exploded. I was sitting on the toilet, and that's how my night went before the show started. And
A tale as old as time, Ray.
yeah.
Rob,
For many men.
Rob, here's the bad news, Rob and Ray. Of course, the bad news is this is the second time I heard that story, because he told me before we came on. So I got this goddamn story twice.
Yeah. I mean, like, I mean, that's the thing. And it was one of those things where you look down, and it'll like chocolate syrup on your hand.
Severance
You're
pay.
just not like, what's happening? And shout out to Deadle Donuts. Your donuts are amazing, but I think Deadle Donuts did that to me.
They will not be a sponsor.
That's a
anytime
great
soon.
ad placement right there.
like at that point, like, it's all over my hands. Like, I'm just kind of debating to myself at that point. I'm like, do I just go full Mel Gibson in fucking Braveheart and just rub that shit on my face and just run upstairs and be like,
Dude,
That's a
might
good
as well.
ad. What's
as I'm running up to
That's
the
a good.
fucking-
That's a
What
good
is
out
it?
right
Devil
there.
Devil
Oh.
Donuts?
you know, what's
Devil,
up?
Devil Donuts it's called?
Devils. DEBBL.
Devil or devil?
All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna do
Devil
it.
is the devil. That's
I'm gonna do it an ad real quick. Devil Donuts. Shoot your shot. Holy shit, dude.
You know, man, it happens, bro. I once worked with a dude, and I was just talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I always keep an extra pair of pants in my car." And I was like, "What the fuck for, bro?" And he's like, "Well, bro, sometimes I shit myself at work," and I'm like, "You do that?" Like, I guess this is more
Oh my
common
God,
than you think, man.
He goes, yeah, I should like it's the kind of thing. Let's say this is the guy that
So
you
don't
sit-
feel bad.
like you sit there and he's like, yeah, you've never seen me do it, and you're like, what do you mean? And he's like, you know how sometimes I get that weird look on my face, and you're like, well, yeah. He's like, well, that's when I shit. Like, now, like, it changed. So now, like, you're focused on this man because you're just kind of like, I need to know his shit face. Like when is he shit? And how many times have you actively shit while you were talking? Like, is it like the kind of thing where like you're talking, and he's like, while you're talking, you're like, bro, you okay? Yeah, I'm good.
Like
You don't-
orgasm man or shit man, I can't tell. Like,
What babies and men have in common, right there.
oh my God,
It
right?
kind of makes me think now, how did the Somerset Gimp shit? Like, does he just shit in that latex? Like,
Dude, they do. That's what they do. I've
really?
se-
Oh,
Dude, I've seen. My ex-wife was into this shit,
What?
and I was never into this kind of
Well,
shit.
that's
Let me
right,
tell
your
you.
ex-wife. At
But
this point.
she
Holy
showed me shit before, bro. And yeah, it was like this dude being like dropped down out of a roof because he was like held up there, and it was completely stained with his shit. And I was like, is that his shit? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, you're in it? Like, what the
I don't
fuck,
even like
man?
my own shit, let alone going to a video to watch somebody else's shit. Oh
I
my
get
God,
that, man.
we have ruined the rail. Where's the guest?
So I haven't heard anything else from Taylor. I guess
Yeah.
Tonight's going to be a no-go for Taylor. So it's just going to be the three of us tonight. Back on the live stream, there's a lot going on in the stream. Jason said you should dress up as Michael Myers with the whole mask on the whole podcast. I think that would be awesome. I did do Michael Myers 1 year for Halloween. Actually, it was the Halloween when we did when we went to Salem, Massachusetts. It was really
That's pretty cool.
So, and like, I did like the total like Halloween remake Michael Myers as well. So, actually here, let me see. I can probably find photos here's one right here. I'm going to do a quick one right here. Boom. So that was me as Michael Myers that year.
All right.
So that's
baby
me.
in the middle.
Yeah, that's me and my wife and
That's right.
That's sexy. Sexy,
All
right?
right. She is totally underachieving.
I definitely married up like that.
Oh, so you're not kidding me, dude. You're not kidding. Shout out to her if she's still watching. Jesus Christ.
She doesn't watch this garbage. She knows better than that.
So I appreciate that Halloween thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And Jason Rushman said that's so funny. Jeff was hitting the salt. So, and then Cassie said pixie sticks. So that will be another one.
Yeah,
that's a common one, man. I'm telling you.
Nowadays,
these silly kids are doing Tide Pods, though, bro.
Yeah,
right. I feel so inferior. Salt, like reading Tide Pod.
And then Cassie said that sounds like how
Smoke Tide Pods, Jeff. You want to be cool.
That was for, but she said that's what chemo sounds like. The Doritos. Jason said they're not expired. They just can't sell them on the shelf. So now that raises more questions on why they can't sell them on the shelf because they're not.
If they're sealed, bro, it's fine.
Right, they're sealed. Ain't nobody touched that shit but the producer that made it on the assembly line. Like we trust that motherfucker.
Here's a comment. The man in the photo looks so desperate. So that is definitely so desperate. And then Jason said those donuts looked so good. And then he said, I want to use that whole roll of toilet paper, which I thought I was gonna have. I almost like mummified myself. Like at that
you ran past your family. There, you got to give up.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, my wife's sitting upstairs and she's watching TikToks and she just hears me go by like the Flash. Like, it's literally like, but it's like not the Flash. It's like the fucking Somerset Gimp, like trying to crawl out of the fucking like the woods and shit. Like that was like me trying to get upstairs. Like that video described my life of what was happening before this show went on air, of me just, trying to get upstairs and fighting for my life to get this just explosion of shit off of my body. So
we're married to Saints, bro. My God, we're married to Saints.
Time on our guests, if I don't hear anything else back or whatever, I don't think she's gonna be able to come through. Like, I know she tried to use her phone, and Zoom normally is really easy to connect to. So I don't know what's going on with that. But
I'm going to stay here to 1 a.m., dude. We're having a blast.
I'm gonna say it's inflation, bro.
So shit happens. So here's what we're gonna do now. Is of course I showed that. So
no more shit stories, dude.
So Rob, what all do you have coming up on Real Sharks?
Damn it.
Oh, okay. On Real Sharks, we're actually going to be doing a special of Starship Troopers. Not just the first one, all of them, because there's been a few sequels, and I always thought to myself, why was this film that is so kind of a beloved popcorn flick was so never merited a really high sequel and like a high budgeted sequel,
right?
I found out actually when it came out, and also too, this is the guy who made RoboCop, the guy who made Starship Troopers. And this is one of his biggest failures.
Really?
The Starship Troopers.
I don't think it's a failure though, because
it turns out
love, dude.
What turns out, right, is everyone thought, and it is kind of merited to truth. Okay. The guy who wrote Starship Troopers had a lot of authoritarian kind of Nazi ideas in his book. I mean, he was kind of behind that stuff. So, you know, a lot of people, when Starship Troopers came out, a lot of people said, you know, oh, this is a glorified movie towards authoritarianism.
Oh, all right.
And you know, you can make that argument, but overall, it's just a fun film. You know,
it's got Denise Richards. Stop. That's the end.
Right.
The end.
It's got some good nudity in it too, man.
I can watch her in anything.
Oh yeah, well, Jeff, you do know that she has an OnlyFans, right? Her and her daughter both, because her and Charlie Sheen, their daughter, has an OnlyFans, and I remember Charlie Sheen was upset about it, and then Denise Richards was like, "Well, I'm going to do it too." Like what?
Steven Spielberg's daughter, I believe.
Wow.
Too.
Yeah.
I hope my wife stopped watching because Denise Richards on OnlyFans. Holy geez.
Well, I mean, look at it like this. What is it? Who's the?
Oh my God, I'm dying tonight. Anyway, go ahead.
Something Howard. Clint Howard is his brother. What the hell is
Ron
Howard? Yeah,
Ron Howard.
Bryce.
What about Ron Howard, Ray?
What?
Like
Bryce is she's pretty hot. She did one of the Jurassic Park films.
Yeah, she was also in Spider-Man 3. She played.
Yes.
Have you guys seen Rob Schneider's daughter?
No.
She's hot too, man. She's a singer.
Now I gotta Google this. Okay.
Yeah, dude, look up Rob Schneider's daughter, man.
We need a new segment called Google This.
Speaking of which,
Jeff's gonna know right now in just a minute how hot she is, dude.
I gotta reach out again. About a year or so ago, I reached out to Rob Schneider about being on the show, and he said he would do it. He was super busy, but the only term was we had to book his daughter. And I was like,
yeah.
And like we ended up losing.
Look at Jeff's face.
Yes.
that I need to reach back out and, you know, say, hey, you know, we talked like a year or so ago, because I feel like he would be really fun, even if it was him and his daughter together and they were mainly plugging her career or whatever and all that shit. Like that would just be, you know, fun in general or whatever. And it's crazy, like doing this, you know, doing what we do, the people that you talk to about having on like your show or whatever, even if it doesn't, you know, pan out, people that you've emailed and you've exchanged a few emails with about having on your programs and, you know, all that.
I'm going to guest host.
Jeff's like, I am there for that.
You see that picture, Jeff?
Oh my God.
Picture?
Yeah.
You know what else I'm surprised has never had a good sequel or a remake, and I don't think it really particularly needs a remake. Event Horizon, like
You like that movie, bro?
Wow, bro. Event Horizon?
Yeah, like I don't know, something with it. Like I don't know,
been
like
canceled from the Planet X network, bro.
Rob's like, you're out. Your show's done. Like,
wow, Event Horizon out.
It was. I guess like it kind of had like a lot of that Hellraiser type stuff towards the end. And that's what, and me, I was never really a giant Hellraiser fan, but
really?
It had like
another movie with Nazi ties, man.
Yeah. Well, I had Doug Bradley.
Yeah, the guy who did the art for it, the original guy. Yeah, he's a huge.
I remember.
I'm gonna have another shot tequila.
It's like with that, I need to have another shot.
Yeah, I do. I'm Hellraiser, bro.
Yeah. I had Doug Bradley on the show. Actually, probably in the next month or two. The episode with Doug Bradley will probably be airing right here on the Planet X Network on Roku and Fire TV. And we get into a very in-depth talk about the character Deep Throat in that movie.
Yeah, so do I.
And how her and you know, Pinhead would have had, you know, the sexual relations. And, you know, we were like, so Doug, Pinhead, you know, his head has pins, you know, is that the only head that had the pins?
I mean, that's a big factor.
Here's a good one for you, Ray. Here's a movie that actually has some real sexual vibes for it. Did you know Alien was originally presented as a sexual type movie?
Really?
The first Alien, not Aliens with James Cameron, but Alien.
Wow.
The first movie. There's even a scene where the tail goes up underneath the girl when they're getting ready to do that final kill, and it doesn't show you what happens. And Ridley Scott even said he did that because it was a whole kind of premise to the idea of it was a sexual thing that the alien was doing to her.
Wow.
I would watch that. Like I would. I would.
I'd watch it. I watch an Alien Raven Woman.
I'd watch.
That's already happened in Galaxy of Horror, bro.
Yeah, I would turn the lights down low. I would put it on. I'd undo my pants, and I
He'd
would.
light his candles,
I would
put on a
thoroughly-
pumpkin
I like
candle.
Jeff's description. Like, right as Ray was explaining, he's like, he would light his candles.
Bro, you know
Like,
it.
perfect censorship.
You know what?
As
You know
I'm
what,
working,
Rob?
I'm
Let's
pouring the
face
candle wax on myself. I'm just like,
let's face it, Rob. We know it. His show or not, we know what's going on.
Well, I mean,
Dude,
that's the
who
thing.
likes candle wax? I know a lot of people like candle wax, but man,
I don't like
I've
candle
had that
wax.
shit done to me. I don't like it.
No,
I don't
what
like
is
it
the
at all,
best thing
bro.
to do with candle wax.
No,
That shit hurts.
It hurts, man. I've also
I-
had the whole wax thing, where like I've let a woman wax me like fucking
stop.
40-year-old virgin status,
Oh,
bro.
stop.
That shit hurts.
Yeah, I had to do that for wrestling. Fuck ass no. But
It
after
hurts.
I stopped waxing, I went to nair. And after the whole nairing from here down incident went wrong,
What?
like I never use that anymore either. Because if you've ever
I
used,
would laugh at what went wrong, but I completely understand.
yes. Well, I mean, here's the thing: like I naired from here down, but I naired from here down all at the same time.
I am
And if
never
you
coming
ever
on again.
Nair, you know that you can't do that.
Jeff,
Because
you've never
nair
waxed?
is off in 15 minutes.
Wax? No. I've shaved. I've clipped, but I've never waxed. I won't wax.
Let your wife do it. Just your chest.
My
hair, bro.
wife.
Make
Oh
her,
my god!
make her let you look like a man o' lantern, bro. Like a man o' lantern.
Have you heard what I said tonight about other women? I do not want my wife to wax me. She can wax me either way. She might like lock me up and wax me top to bottom.
Do you think that could be a fashion thing? Like you said, the
No.
man lantern thing, like the man o' lantern becomes like a thing, but you have like
No.
quotes put in, like you could have your Real Sharks logo, like you like grow all of your chest and stomach hair out, and you have like the Real Sharks logo, like put onto a wax strip, and they like put it on really tight, and then they pull it off, and like for like a good like 2 weeks, you just have like
All right, we're being honest here because I'm drinking here and I'm bringing pretty.
Right?
Let's
Wait a minute.
let's unpack this here
I'm
because
getting
Ray,
this.
I once said, Ray, we once laughed on the Real Sharks podcast talking about, what do we gotta do? Smoke Tide Pods on here for you guys to watch us. So if that honestly generated 1 million views for everyone to watch me get waxed with the Real Sharks logo, you better damn believe I would.
oh
I
yeah,
have always said I would let the nastiest, no offense, I would let the nastiest woman on earth kick me in the balls and drop me cold in the street if I thought more people would watch. Trust me, there's
What
no
about
shame.
crush your balls?
Crush wait
Like
a minute.
one testicle.
Define
I've seen it
crush
done.
your balls.
I'm talking like stiletto shoe.
Whoa.
Step on your ball sack, man. I'm
Holy
talking
shit.
rip that shit.
How many views and how many people Sirius Satellite Radio are watching?
I mean,
All right.
I don't know, Jeff. How many views is that worth?
so you guys
At least
triggered,
100.
you guys triggered a memory, and I'm gonna see if I
Oh
can
my god.
Oh,
you guys
Ray,
triggered a
no.
memory, and I'm gonna
Ray's like, I have
see if
one
I
ball.
can find it. So and it reminds
Show
me
us your balls first.
of the balls kick. So let me see if I can find it. This was actually a daily clip that
What?
that we had not too long ago. Let's see. So
Might be the story I'm talking about.
I'm scared.
oh, why can't I find it? Where is it?
I'm gonna put my sunglasses on.
There was a clip of Jesse Jane kicking
Oh.
my buddy in the nuts.
Really? I would let Jesse Jane kick me in the nuts. I'll let her kick me in the asshole.
Where is it? I'm
You're
looking.
gonna
I'm
heal
Dude,
right
that's
in
a
my butt.
dangerous
now
thing for
'cause I would
males, man. Let
love
me tell you.
to show it. So hold on. Let me see. Jesse. Let me.
Jesse Jane drowns Jeff in a pool of her own piss.
All right. So
What the? Sorry.
I got a story for you guys. So I knew this. My buddy of mine, he had his brother, and his name Andrew. And I asked, he was like, how my brother got that name? I was like, what's up, man? And he goes, my mom, she was at a party once with her best
Oh,
friend,
my
and her
God.
best friend once jumped up and snuck up on her and scared the shit out of her. He said she turned around and kicked him directly in the nuts with
Oh.
his stiletto boots and pulled off his nutsack, man.
oh
Pulled off this dude's
My
nutsack.
God.
oh
And she promised him when he was at the hospital getting it all like cleared out and stuff. She said, I promise that I will name my son after you. She had her tubes tied,
Oh my God.
but he came out. Dude, it actually happened.
I'm watching this
and
on
that
delay.
was
We
his
are
name.
freaking the fuck out.
That was it. She named him after that dude because he couldn't have kids
Oh my
anymore.
God. Oh.
so I couldn't find the video clip. However, this exists on YouTube.
Oh, stop
So
it.
for those of you who knows the man who's stronger than a locomotive, the one, the
Oh, no.
high priest Socrates, who got hit by a train a few months ago,
Right.
survived. He was actually going to do the show with me tonight, but I wasn't able to go over and get him in time because I was having my shit emergency. So,
You're stuck with me.
but
Tales all
so
the time, right?
he was the one who got kicked in the nuts by Jesse Jane. So
Yes.
here's the video right here. You probably can't hear the sound
Poor
because it's
guy.
on YouTube. So, but here it is. Oh, he showed her his dick because our one friend was afraid to do that. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. She looks good too. Oh, fuck.
Here we go. We got full video.
Oh my God.
You ready?
Oh, the sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's just got kicked in the nuts by Jesse.
Oh, the sound. Oh my God, dude.
Yes. So that's the
Wow.
shenanigans of if I ever had the time, money, or effort of what the show would become would be skits and gimmicks like that, because that's what happy hour.
Ray, I am not getting kicked in the nuts for you, bro.
Wait.
What was funny is with that, when we did Happy Hour TV, we had like a relationship with like this with Larry Flynt's Hustler Club Baltimore. And every time we would go there, the strippers knew who we were, the porn stars knew who we were.
And they want to kick you in the nuts.
Well, see, so here's the thing. We would have so many people go, oh man, bro, you should let me go with you. You should let me go with you. Oh, I want to meet the porn stars, this, that, another. We'll let you go, but there's one condition.
Oh my
Well,
God,
what's
this
that?
is perfect.
We'll tell you the condition when we get there. Okay. And then when we get there, we're like, all right, look,
Inside.
in order to get admitted, because that's the thing, like you would have to pay like a cover or whatever and all that. I had already told Hustler, if they don't agree to our terms, don't let them in. So I was like, in order to come in, you need to let one of the strippers or porn stars kick you in the dick. That's your initiation.
I'm never
So
gonna
we
ask
had-
for any favors, right?
I am all about these. Hit me with a favor,
That's the thing,
bro.
but these were like random bros that like most of us didn't know all that well. And we were like, you're not a part of our crew. Like if I were to go there with like you guys, like I want to do that to you guys. But
Oh, I want you to do it to me. Sure.
like I don't hang out.
It
with
would be
them.
pretty funny if you did it to Jeff.
I can't help but agree. I mean, I'm that guy. Like on the Yo show, like there's a pole dance academy that wants me to come pole dance. They want to tattoo me. A random guest co-host on Wednesday wants to wax my ass. So I'm that guy.
Oh, dude, that would be.
I'm that guy.
You need to do the wax my ass gimmick, like that.
Right.
That's gonna be my
With
ass.
the real shark look.
Yeah, like you need to do the wax my like. What you should do, like you should not only wax your ass, but wax your taint all at the same time.
Oh my
Dude,
God, bro.
And then it's the
That's
taint,
hard,
like, just all
bro.
at once, it's like.
I'm
Ray,
gonna
that's a
I'm
deal
gonna
breaker.
mess right. I'm gonna message Angela Marie after this because she was the one who said, if I got 1,000 views, I wax your ass. That one episode did not get 1,000 views. I'm safe. But now I think I need views. Wax my ass. Oh my God, it hurts just I can't sit down.
All right, so what we're going to do real quick, of course, we're going to get into our game segment. So this week's game segment is going to be Jeff
JD.
and Rob. But what we're going to do real quick, of course, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get into our ads. So we're going to run some ads real quick right here on the Happy Hour podcast. And when we come back, we're going to get into our the Humanity segment right here on YouTube Live, Roku, Fire TV, and the Planet X Network. And we will be back momentarily right here. Myself, Jeff, and Rob right here on the Happy Hour podcast.
Shout out to Jim Doucette. Thanks, Jim.
Hey there, everyone. This is Reagan Fox, and you are watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Derek Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Design.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for
posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude, just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up Curtain Jerker. I did.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too.
Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs. Big old shout out to Curtain Jerker Designs. You see that? You see that beauty? That's all you, Curtain Jerker.
Hello, wrestling promoters. The Big Valboski wants to give you a big tip. If you're looking for a graphic designer to do your next events, promotional posters, hit up Derek at Curtain Jerker Designs.
A lifelong wrestling fan, as we all are. I went through the part with the reffing, and I got to a part where I did ring announcing. I did everything there was to do. I had a match. But because I have that background, that's where I stepped in and said, hey, like, I do flyers. Let me help you guys out.
Life is not beautiful. It's terrifying and cruel and void of all meaning. After a decade of dedicating myself every day to being a wife, a mother, a strong leader.
Hey, what up, gang?
Just smile and make some final memories.
Your house is insane. This guy's got a fucking pool back here. Oh, we trying to go get in the pool?
Damn!
Is it fit? How does it look?
No, man, you look amazing.
Yeah, invite me.
Oh my god. No, I can't do this. This is gonna be a long trip.
Make sure you check out our friends located over at Hysteria Brewing Company. They are at 9570 Burger Road, Suite J in Columbia, Maryland. Make sure you pop out, say hey to Ty, and try their featured brew, Trash Panda, along with all the other crafted brews they have. And once again, that's Hysteria Brewing Company, 9570 Burger Road, Suite J in Columbia, Maryland. See you guys there.
Hey, this is Sydney Page, and you guys are watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, that was our ad segment. Of course, make sure you go over, get some Planet X merchandise. Some of our stuff is there. Of course, Oh Fuck Yeah with Ron, Dig in the Dome, scares, reviews that scare, all those guys. You know, shout out, of course, Real Sharks. Go get some of the stuff. But of course, you saw the trailer, the most safe for work trailer that Team Skeet could have got us for that trailer, which is a little bit of a release for that. It says Jennifer White is sexually awakened in part one.
I'm buying it.
Nest. And it says in the BBC Paradise premiere scene, Empty Nest Part 1 follows Jennifer going on an unexpected summer journey. She lost her prestigious executive position. Her marriage is coming to an end, and her stepson, Victor Ray, two names right there, Victor and Ray together, is about to venture into the world of college. As her life seems to be spiraling out of control, a great opportunity presents itself. An invitation to accompany Victor and his friends to a cross-country road trip to assist them in settling in on their university lives. Soon enough, Jennifer hits the road with Victor and his friend Diego Perez. But her steamy journey of self-exploration has only begun. Their first road trip stop is at Little D's house. I'm not sure if Little D has a little D. Like, I feel like Little D might be like, I'm not sure. Like, and it says Little D is a young, rich, and handsome streamer who shows.
So you can have a little D if you got all that.
in the sexiest way possible. Stay tuned for part 2, preparing September 20th on MILF.com. So to see that scene and to see part 2 on September 20th, make sure you go over to MILF.com or TeamSkeet.com. Use promo code Happy Hour and get 25% off your membership. So
I'm sorry, what? I'm stupidly downloading something. Right.
So what we're going to do, of course, Taylor's probably not showing up, and I apologize if I'm kind of sniffly or wiping my nose. It is that kind of season where seasonal allergies are kicking in, and my seasonal allergies are kicking my ass. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our game segment.
All right. After that story from earlier, I'm glad you're wiping your nose instead of wiping something else.
Right. Right.
Rob,
that was a lot
me,
of
Rob?
poo gas stories, bro.
I always get up to use the bathroom when I go to break, and I went into the bathroom, and it was one of those things where I looked around, I was like, is there still shit anywhere? Like
I'm gonna watch this episode a million times. This is the part where Ray shit his pants. Thanks,
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, Rob, of course, you're still the newest to the show. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do extreme personal questions. You're gonna answer question A or question B, and then you're gonna choose myself or Jeff to answer the other one. So which do you want randomly? Is question A or question B?
Let's go with A.
All right, so let's A. What is the most absurd email someone has ever sent to you?
Okay. The most absurd email I've ever got was from the Real Sharks podcast. I mean, this was probably about a good 2 pages long. It was pretty much about how we're liberal cucks and we don't know shit about movies. And I mean, it went on and on and on. And I mean, it got to the point of where I was like, I don't know if this guy's healthy.
Wait, they called you liberal cucks.
Liberal cucks.
So basically like you like cuckolds, but you're liberal like
yeah, like a liberal cuck basically because of the way we view movies. And I'm like, that's funny,
bro.
bro.
A cuck and a cuck can be like I don't think those things even make sense. Like
oh, maybe they make sense, right?
It's happy hour. Everything,
but I just kind of remember sitting there reading this, and I took the time, and I was like, dude, this guy wrote, and I remember telling my crew, this guy wrote 2 pages about how much he hates us.
Shit, dude.
I mean, we did like a whole episode about like your hate, it's called your hate mail. And it was like, oh man, I mean, it's the most thing we bring it up a lot because like I think recently my co-host Luke even brought, he's like, remember when that guy called us liberal cucks and it went like for 2 pages? I was like, yeah, it was pretty funny.
Wait a minute, I'm jealous. The worst I ever got was like 2 sentences. I'm jealous, Rob. That's serious hate mail, bro.
Yeah, no, this guy did like a paragraph and a half, bro. I mean, he had a symphonous with the conclusion. I mean, it went on and on and on about like how like I'm a bitch, like everyone on the show's a bitch, and like we don't know anything, and like
wow,
it went on and on and on. And it was funny because we used to do a political podcast called the Minuteman Podcast for a long time.
Okay. Oh, I get a Minuteman podcast,
and I got out of that because we found out that movies are just a lot more funner. Yeah. But when we got this, I was like, damn, we got just as much hate mail as we did when we did political podcasting, man.
How many females sent you? How many females sent you hate mail for the Minuteman podcast?
Not many. It was mostly dudes, bro. It was mostly.
Yeah, but you're calling yourself a Minuteman. Like, I can't believe I got divorced yet.
There was an email that I remember that we had gotten one time for the show, and there was this guy. Like, it was long. It was like I'm reading that. It's one of those. You kind of lose interest like 3 or 4 sentences in, and this dude was saying how he was like a retired police officer and he was like this survivalist type guy, and like it just kept on going on and and I'm like, the more and more I read this, I'm like, this is like some crazy like conservative gun pumping, like I used to like Rodney King beat my like people I would arrest, like survivalist type dudes. And like it just kept on going. It kept getting worse and worse and worse. And he was saying how he really wanted to be on the show. And he was like, how it would be a benefit. And I was like,
whoa, that took like a totally left turn.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I
mean, it was all the way left as it was, and it came all the way around.
He was saying how like he said he could bring on his guns and show us like the guns and how he loads them and like all that. And I'm sitting there and I'm just blown away. And I'm just like, bro, you do realize that if we bring you on, we are going to fuck with you the entire episode. Like we're going to show videos of the Somerset Gimp while we're on live just to fuck with you.
Right. Let me ask you this. What if in the middle of him explaining his gun thing, he just went and like licked that thing, man?
He might.
I mean, what if he was like, Ray, this is how I get off right here.
No, not only that, like he licks the gun and then he throats himself with the gun. And he's like, sometimes I like to play Russian roulette when I'm like that. It's like,
oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow. What is happening right now?
Stop telling people how we do things around here, right?
Yeah, the shit that goes on backstage remains backstage.
This is like behind the curtain type shit. Like peel the curtain back and look. But this is what happens when the guest doesn't show up and we have to improvise and think on our feet right here.
And how I got Ray on the network.
Yeah, right here on the Planet X network on Roku and Fire TV. Everybody and
Russian
of course,
roulette
on YouTube
status.
Live. Thank you to everybody who loves our really fucked up sense of humor and our really fucked up podcast. So, Rob, with that, who do you want to answer question B? Myself or Jeff?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Ray because he just looks so strapping right now. I mean, he just looks so youthful.
All right, Rob. So mine was, when was the last time you got in trouble for using something that wasn't yours?
Oh, thanks, Rob.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to believe, like I use shit that's like my wife's all the time, and I feel like it may have been a razor.
Razor blades.
Razor blades.
Women's razors are much better to shave with than men's razors, and
Absolutely.
I remember,
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I asked my wife to help me shave for when I was getting ready to have tattoo work done, and she said no. So I remember, all right, I'm going to use her fucking razor then. And she said no. Remember, like she was like, "Did you fucking use this?" Because it was like all blown out and it had hair that didn't like hers on it. And like I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Like, I didn't use that. And she was like, "Well, what did you shave with? Like, you don't have razors here." And I was like, "I mean, you can just mind your business." Like, I don't know how that got like that. Like, but yeah, I think that's the most recent time that I got in trouble for something like that. So of course we have Never Have I Ever, which is 3 random cards drawn out of the deck. So
you get my drink ready because I suck at this game.
So never have I ever danced on a table at a wedding. Never have I ever danced at a wedding. Where's my drink? Ugh. I have indeed. Jeff, would you like to share the steamy details of you dancing on the table at the wedding?
No. So it was one of, you go to a wedding and you're single and you want all the single ladies to kind of catch your eye and be the shit.
All the single ladies, all
single ladies. So I jump on the table and I'm doing my shit. And the table wanted to know parts of it. Dropped me like a bag of dirt after maybe 10 seconds. And I'm laying there like a jackass. And one girl was like, slick. I did not get laid that night. Very sad. This is well before my wife. I love you, honey. But yeah, your husband used to be a dick. Are you sure you're sticking with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to weddings before. I remember my one friend Kenny got married, and for some reason, like on their cake, they had like these like little like tiny like I guess pearl looking beads, but they were really small,
I know why.
And me and my one friend got drunk and we dared each other to swallow the beads. So we swallowed. And then at some point we ended up like Ricky Martin, She Bangs ended up playing. So we hopped up on the table and every time like we were like we did this like the bang
song,
and 2 of the tables ended up falling over with us.
Yes.
And this is at Squire's Restaurant, a pizza, really pretty good pizza place in Dundalk. And they're just kind of looking like,
Did you get banned?
No, actually, they were surprisingly, cool about it or whatever and all that shit.
Man, you got invited back every week. We'll see you next week.
Come back.
I mean, there are a lot of places that I've been banned from. I mean, I did outlive a ban at Denny's, so that is cool because Denny's.
Explain that, Ray, because I might have.
All right, so this is something that I have told on the podcast before. I think I told it probably about like a month or two ago. But there's a Denny's in Dundalk that me and my friends used to victimize when we were drunk. So we would go and we would like serve each other drinks. There was one night we went there. My friend jumped in a Jello at Jello wrestling at one of the strip clubs, and he like literally looked like the Blob. Like came all over him. And like got in my car, we drove to Denny's, and we're at Denny's, and he's sitting there. And so me and my one friend Chris, we just sit there and we're at the table, and you're at the table, and they have all these Splendas and shit like that. So we sit there, we pick up Splenda, we just start flinging them at Bobby, and they're like sticking to him because he has Jello on him. So we're just fucking throwing shit at him the whole time. And so the waitress finally comes over. She's like, "Hey guys, how are you? Oh my God." And she's like, "Sweetie, what happened to you?" And he looked her dead in her face and he was like, "Baking accident." And she was like, "What?" He's like, "Baking accident." And she was like,
"Happens."
Oh my God. Like, blah, blah. And he's like, "I'd like some pancakes." And so she's like, "Okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah." So she brought him the pancakes. The pancakes were down on the table. He takes the syrup and he pours the entire thing of syrup onto the pancakes. The entire thing.
Oh.
So he looks around, he puts the thing down, he takes his hand and he smacks the
where's the pancakes?
And the pancakes just explode everywhere. So at this point, we all have pancake all over us at this point. The lady comes back. She's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And he looks her dead in the eyes, super serious. "My pancakes exploded. Can you bring me more pancakes?"
Yes.
So we're sitting there. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll get you another order right now."
Wait, she believed the pancakes exploded?
Right?
Yeah, like we're sitting there like, this just works. So she brings out the at this point, security guy, like this Denny's got victimized by so many people in Dundalk. They had a security guy. So at this point, security guy kind of knows what's going on. Like he knows us, like he knows we're the drunk assholes that come in like once or twice a week from the strip club and just drink heavily. And so he's sitting there watching. And so Bobby's sitting there pouring his syrup again on this next set of pancakes. I'm like, he's going to fucking do it again. So he's pouring it. So he sits there, he smacks the pancakes. They fucking explode everywhere.
What the
guy's like, "Yeah, you guys need to go." So that was one instance. There was another instance we went.
They got new pancakes.
Yeah. And so we started getting our own drinks because there was no waitress for some reason. And like, so we started getting our own drinks. Like we went up, we grabbed like eggs off of the hot thing because there was no waitress and we were hungry. And they were like, "You guys need to leave." So we went outside, we changed our clothes. We all switched clothes. And then we went back in and they were like, "Didn't we ask you guys to leave?" And we're like, "No, there are other guys. We've seen them walk out. Like, we're clearly not the same
outside the same outfit."
Like, that's not even like there's so much shit we did to that Denny's that like they eventually banned us. And I drove by the Denny's about 2 months ago.
And they're out of business.
Closed. I was like, I outlived a lifetime ban.
Well, let me ask you guys something. Is there not a bad story about one bad Denny's in anybody's life?
Oh, there is bad Denny's.
Bro, I've been to one where I was there at like 2 a.m. for somebody to make me salmon. Well, it wasn't even my order. Bro, it was like 2 a.m. It went to 5 a.m. and the dude got mad at me because he was like, "We had to remake the salmon like 3 times because it was bad." And I'm like,
eating salmon.
If it's bad, maybe you shouldn't make it. Maybe you shouldn't stop. Like you should stop.
It's salmon at Denny's, bro.
I remember there was one time I was wrestling and we were at a diner in South Philly. We had just got done wrestling.
Whoa, South Philly, give us the name.
we had just got done wrestling at the old ECW arena, which Jeff,
all right,
that's the new Almahara arena.
Yes.
We just got done wrestling there and we were at a diner. And I remember like
name the diner.
People used to say when I had my facial hair and my hair shorter that I looked a little bit like Seth Rogen. And I was like, I don't
way sexier, right?
So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, baby.
So what they did is they had me eat butter with a knife. and they put it on YouTube as Seth Rogen eats butter. And it got like 80,000 views. And it was just like me eating butter.
Here we go, bro.
Up as Seth Rogen eats butter. And I'm
Jeff,
not
are you
sure it's
are you
still
pulling
there.
that
This
up,
is, like,
Jeff?
Oh God, yeah.
2006 or whatever. So, and I was like I haven't like looked at that video or looked for that video in well over 10 years. So
Ray, do you still like butter to this day?
I like
butter. Oh my God.
Did you find it?
Bro, I'm ready. I'm rewind it. Oh shit. I wish I could find a way to screen say. Ready?
Ah! Yes, it still exists. It still exists.
Eat that butter.
I might piss my pants. A happy hour for this.
Eat it, Ray.
I
Eat
can't
it.
even. I can't.
Eat it.
What happened there? Oh, it stopped, dude. I can't. Yeah,
See,
right.
Like that, and it's just that random shit that we were in the room. Like when you're a wrestler, that like for some reason you concoct these ideas and you have no idea. You have no idea why. Like
I got the replay on my big screen going on right now.
I think that was at least 2005, 2006. That was a long time ago.
You know the beauty. A lot of people are like, "Oh, there's a video of me on YouTube doing this." You look like, nah, it's not there. And I Google it, and we're all joking about how I'm going to look it up. And oh my God, it's there. That fucks me up, dude, big time. Big time.
That's like, oh my God, it actually exists.
I go, believe. Ray, I'm so proud. I might be in love with you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like it's funny because I've had over my life, like I've had such a wild like group of friends. Like
Obviously.
I watched The Hangover. I was like, I've been in situations like this. Like I know this. Like this is the crew of people I've hung out with, and like people like I tell a lot of outrageous stories on this, and it's funny because like I can sit there and tell the story one way. Meanwhile, one of my other friends will tell the story the other way, and it will still have the same end result. But then people will sit there and put it together and are like, oh my God, this fucking happened, because both of these guys are telling almost the same exact thing, and they haven't talked to each other all day. Like, so, you know, yeah, it's insane. So here's the other one. Never have I ever worn another
we were playing
person's underwear. Never have I ever worn another person's underwear.
Oh, shit.
All right. So
come on.
Rob, go first this time. Rob, you have worn
I've worn a thong to high school once. that was my girlfriend's. Just to fuck with everyone. But you know, little did I know I was the joke.
And Jeff, what about you? What about the underwear that you wore that were somebody else's?
So one year my ex bought me very ridiculous underwear where it was like a snowman and the nose was my dick and the snowman. And I'm like, I'm not wearing these. She said, well, wear mine. And it was like a thong with a little piece of tinsel on it.
Yeah.
Not tinsel. What's the shit you kiss under?
There.
What do you kiss under? The
mistletoe.
Mistletoe and like a thong. I'm like, oh my God, I'm wearing it. Oh,
you got kissed all day, didn't you, Jeff?
So
I was like, fuck, right?
There was a pair of underwear that my buddy had, and they were toucan underwear, and the nose was where your dick went. And so we would share those underwear religiously. Like one of us would just come out during a party, we would know where the toucan underwear were, so one of us would just come out. But my favorite was the guy. He was one of my best friends. We essentially lost touch, but when we did the Jesse Jane thing, when we did,
I wonder why.
It was one of my good friends who was also a pro wrestler. He made wrestling gear. So shout out to my buddy AJ. He actually, I believe he still works at the WWE Performance Center as a trainer.
Oh, wow.
But he had a pair of gear that he was having my friend Lunar work on, and I was drunk on St. Patrick's Day.
No,
what is it?
No,
really, Ray?
Stop it! I found
the story.
So instead of me explaining it, I'll show you me in his ring gear.
Oh, no!
Yes. Which
They're
I
separate
don't
things.
Oh my
And
god, I love it.
Those are his trunks with the lion heart on it. And he used to do like the little
Love
that
it.
pose. So I was drunk and I sent that to him and he's like, thanks, Ray. I can never fucking wear those tights again.
Oh,
I
I
was like,
love it.
so are you still gonna pay Lunar to do the work on them that you want to do? And he's like, no, fuck that. I'm not having anything done to him.
bro, that's wow. You know what? I've seen people go to lengths. I always say that you go to any length to boost your podcast.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm in love with your enthusiasm right there. That's the hype.
See, that's the
it.
thing.
That's
I've
the
always
level.
been a person with no shame. That's me. I've
Right,
never
and I think,
been,
but
embarrassed of myself type person. That's who I am. Like I would do that shit tomorrow just for fun.
My
Like
wife's looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Watch
Wait,
the
what?
TV."
Ray,
It's cool.
you'll do the show and that?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
If people were to request Ray do his show in just boxers or
Request.
whatever, I would totally do it. I would put on my old wrestling gear and do it completely.
Yes, there's two.
Yes.
I would drive to Maryland. You're maybe 2 hours away and
I
get
would-
into like a jumper. Oh
I
yeah.
would do the show as Chase Rawlings in my wrestling gear, wearing the EWA heavyweight title the entire episode. Like that's just maybe I'll do that for one of the Halloween episodes.
That just sounds nasty.
Maybe
I
I'll
love
do
it.
that
Right, it's so nasty that it's great.
But
It's like something I would never watch, but I will totally watch.
And
you
this is
can't take
why,
your
like,
eyes
the
away,
guest
you know?
doesn't show up is that things train wreck so quick because it's just kind of like, all right, well, all the plans we have are now done. And that's why I don't like to plan things because it's just kind of like, if shit goes wrong, you just need to call it on the
Plans lead to disappointment.
Hey, whoa, you need to pop that you need to pop that drink, bro, Jeff. You need to pop it right now.
I did, dude, hours ago. Like, are
Oh,
you kidding me?
No, the other one, the booty one.
The nice ass
Oh,
one.
the booty
juicy
one's
one.
been opened up too. I'm always
Oh,
done
he's
it.
already
I got like no
gone.
ju-
He's like, this is already gone.
I'm like, we didn't get a juicy ass guest. So I gotta drink a juicy ass.
Here's the
beer.
last one. Never have I ever pretended to put money in on a bill with a big group of people, but didn't.
I can't say I've done that.
All right, I'll go first this time, and then I'll let Jeff
Oh,
go.
you did too? Oh shit. get it.
Everybody, like Jeff went first, and Rob went first, so I'll go first. So this was one of the Denny nights. We were
Fucking, wait a minute, wait. Denny's is your story about skipping out a check? Was it $2?
we ordered all of this food. And so everybody was like, yeah, you good with paying your own way? I'm like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, let's, blah, blah, I'll throw in for it. So,
Oh my god.
so I realized that I had spent all my money on this one stripper at the strip club. And like the bill came and like I ordered all this food and like I ate a bunch of shit, like not thinking I don't have money right now. So
You don't think of that. You're talking.
I order all this food and then the bill comes. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't have money. So there was this kid that I didn't like that was sitting at the table. And so he put his money down and he was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. This is my money towards the tip, whatever, this, that, and another. So when he went to the bathroom,
Ray put it in his pocket.
I took his cash and I slid his cash over so his tip money could cover my money. And I was just like, yeah, no one's going to know that this happened. And to this day, no one ever knew that I slid his money over.
Do you have the names of the people that were there with you?
I got you beat, Ray. I got you beat on that one.
Oh shit.
I got you beat. I was sitting there with my buddy, and this is a guy I used to drink with. I mean, we used to get thrashed together.
I like that.
And one night in particular, I had known this girl because I had worked at a Blockbuster Video.
Stop.
So she was a customer.
Stop.
So I'm sitting there, right, and like we order our food, we get a shit ton of stuff, man. And he goes, "Yo, bro, I ain't got no money." And I'm like, "I ain't paying for you." And he goes, "Nah, dude, I ain't paying." So like all my buddies book out.
Man. Oh my
So I book out the last. The next day, probably 2 days later, she comes in the store. Oh, look at that poodle. She comes in the store, man, and she goes, "You owe me money." So I pay her out of the fucking register, bro. And then I'm like apologizing for my buddies and stuff. And right as she left, she turns around and smacks the fucking shit out of me. Right there in front of all the customers, right there in front of my boss. And I looked at him and he was just like, I'm not even gonna ask.
Pretty good.
I can imagine already what happened. And I was like,
right,
yeah, don't even bother.
The
He's
thoughts
like,
enough.
He's like, all right, get behind the register. I was like, okay.
So Jeff, what was yours?
I kind of forgot mine. Oh, so here's kind of a fucked up story. So we would go to Friendlies, like the low end restaurants, as late teens, whatever. We'd go in. So I had a buddy of mine who would like religiously steal money out of the tip.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. So we're there one night. We make a fucking mess. I'm gonna tell you, Ray, we threw so much shit and we got this big Sunday and pushed so much shit in it, sugar packets and salt and pepper on it. But I tell you, this thing was like the who's who of what they give you at the table of Friendlies.
Yeah. Friendlies is the best, but Chef's Kiss, all the remaining Friendlies that are out there.
Yes. I love you.
Yeah.
And this thing was like we're mixing a spoon in it and it's disgusting. So I didn't realize we put our money down. We go back. Dude took all the money at a tip. The girl, now you can imagine a girl, a little thicker with the big in a Friendlies uniform chasing us. And she's like, what the fuck? And me, like a dumbass, like, what's up, sweet girl? She's like, don't touch me. Where's my tip? I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get beat down. But
you need to fuck me now since you took my tip.
I would have. She was all right. But
Jeff, can I love how you did this motion right here, but you added nothing to that story.
But she was pretty, I don't, but she was. And we beat her for a tip. I'm thinking to myself, I would give you my life, let alone a tip. I felt bad. I did. I felt bad. And dude is like in the car counting the money he got from our tip.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So Jeff, you're talking about Friendlies and you're talking about ice cream. So I'm guessing you're an ice cream guy. So me and my wife, we're on vacation. So our vacation started yesterday. So there's a place we want to go to in Baltimore and it's called Waffle-licious. And look.
Oh my God. Wow.
Is what they look
Gotta
like.
take my wife there. That's legit.
It's literally like it's literally like an actual waffle.
Oh my God.
Like this is how I want to die. Like
how late are they open? I'm gonna go right now.
Yeah, like I literally want to look. That one has needles in it. Like this is like the essence of Baltimore. Like just heroin needles in the ice cream. Like I mean, that's just
Ray. I had a question for you, bro.
What's that?
So if you had to die, like because we were talking about the gimp suit guy.
Yeah.
Would that be like, okay, if you had to die in a gimp suit, found dead in a gimp suit, how high would that be on your priority of how to die? Like, would that be like out of what
gimp suit?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like that's like one of those kind of deaths that like people would talk about.
Right.
Right. That's what you want.
Like I would rather be found dead in a gimp suit than like die in a car accident.
Because, see, I can agree with that.
That can happen.
At that point, people have questions like, "What was going on? Why is he in this?" Like, that's a whole episode of
came and went at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm gonna die one of them waffle cone things.
Yeah, like Stabler and Benson are trying to figure out how you're dead in a gimp suit. Like more so. Like Benson, I'd rather have Benson more so figure it out because she's really hot. But
I think meant Benson like Robert Guillaume Benson.
I also have a man crush on Stabler. Like I stopped watching Law and Order SVU when Stabler left. And like when Stabler came back, like you can't have Law and Order SVU without Stabler. Like Chris Maloney is such a great actor. Like I remember seeing Chris Maloney in Oz. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Oz, but he was in Oz,
Yes.
Oz, Harold and Kumar. Like
Wow.
He's such a great actor with everything he does. But when he came back to SVU, I definitely tuned back in. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to get into Incoherent. So Incoherent real quick. Actually, if you guys want to continue a little bit on, actually, Jeff, would you want to die? How's your priority list? I got to step away for 1 second, but Jeff,
I'm good, bro.
Rob, how's your priority list on dying on a gimp suit? And I'll be right back in 1 second.
All right. Me and Rob got the time. So, Rob, I'm going to say it real quick because we're new and you welcome me into your network. Dying in a gimp suit is probably top 2. I mean, if you're dying, fucking do it in a gimp suit. What else can you say that beats that outside of like getting kicked in the nuts by the hottest porn star ever and dying? Gimp suit, dude. Come on, right? Gimp suit, am I right?
No, you're totally right. I once heard a dude tell me he's like, I'm gonna jump off the Empire State Building with a bag of shot puts. He's like, because I'm gonna take some people with me if anything. And I was like, that's pretty brutal.
Right, I'd rather get kicked in the nuts.
Right. I think I'd rather die that way. I think I'd rather die something really I don't know, man, because I've heard some pretty stupid deaths. I once heard of a guy who was like a chemist, and he had I don't know what it was, but it was like nitrate. And then he had like something, what makes things sour. I'm a little drunk, so I can't remember. But basically, he ended up switching the chemicals and ended up taking the one that basically explodes, and he blew his fucking head off. And I was like,
that's
I don't know what led up to that, but I walked back. I came back.
Oh, bro.
My 5-year-old bladder to the best part of that fucking story.
Some of the things that make you explode, and I started off with hot girls and all that. And I don't know where the fuck Rob went.
No, I was talking about
you guys are in charge. Rob's like, my friend blew his mouth off. I'm like,
no, I was talking about it was actually on I think the craziest ways to die or whatever.
I hate that video.
And it was a dude that used to be like a chemist expert, and he used to make chemicals. And basically, long story short, he used to dip his gum in citric acid.
His gum
that makes it sour. But one day he dipped it in the wrong chemical and he ate it and it blew his fucking mouth off.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but I gotta laugh.
No, dude, it's totally funny. It's like, why would you have those next to each other?
Right.
All right. So we're gonna get into Incoherent. So you guys have played Incoherent. You guys can work together. Our guest isn't here, so you guys can work together.
So hard,
here's the first card for Incoherent. What do you think this card says?
Shit sucked.
No,
that's not bad.
One of the hints is are mesmerized and a sexual form of hypnosis.
Wow,
Ray, you're killing me here.
I know, that's a hard one.
Sit tucked. Sit tucked. Tucked in.
Oh my god, really? I'm pretty fucked up.
I hate you guys right after you guys had a lot to drink too. So
yeah, that's a hard one.
Come on, Jeff, help me out here, bud.
I'm trying to slow the fuck down for Rob. The more I slow it, the more it makes sense.
All right,
shit's fucked up. There we go. Shit's fucked up.
Shit's fuctive. I'll go with that. I like that.
You guys tapping out on this one?
I'm tapping out, Ray.
I thought it was just fucked up.
Seductive. Seductive. Seductive.
There's no babes on the show.
Sorry.
Seductive. All right, thank you, Rob. I'm not seduced by anything.
The fuck out of me.
I'm not seduced by anything here. I love you guys. I'm not seduced.
Here's the next one.
Please.
Let me close that out. This thing wants to be a little weird, which tonight is the night of just weirdness with everything.
Right?
I don't understand. Right.
I forgot to tell you, man, we spoke about this off air and you didn't let me get to tell the story, bro. They in my town, bro.
We should go until 4 a.m. dude.
In my town, bro, somebody dropped a head off at Goodwill.
A head?
A skull. I'm sorry. A skull at Goodwill, bro.
I wonder if they sold that. Bro,
they called the police.
I'd buy it. Why didn't you tell me?
And it turned out it was like a caveman skull. But I was like, still, they should still sell that shit to the highest bidder, you know?
You see me, I'm a reseller. I just walk in.
As seen as on TV.
I can make $10 off this. Put it in my cart. Just they're like, sir,
would you guys own an actual human skull?
Fuck yeah. My God,
right. I love Jeff already.
What'd you say, Rob?
Would you own a real human skull, right?
Would I own a real human skull?
I got a lot of hats, dude.
Dude, honestly, I'm really big on like supernatural and paranormal type stuff. I always have been. I've had a lot of weird experiences.
So yes.
I would say yes if it wasn't in the back of my mind that there may be something attached to it.
Like a curse.
Like a curse or a ghost that then attaches itself to me and I have or something.
My wife won't let that in the house.
Like when I resell, there's one thing I don't buy. If you go to the thrift store and you look around, what would you think that one thing I don't buy in thrift stores?
Underwear.
I say high heels.
Dolls.
I
will not
dolls?
buy dolls.
Dolls?
Yes, I will not buy dolls. One, they creep the shit out of me.
Man after my own heart right here.
No.
Yeah. I'm just
Dolls
like
are fucking creepy, bro.
Yeah, do these have a curse attached to these dolls?
Hold that thought. I will be right back. I gotta get this. I have to.
He's got a bunch of dolls behind him and he's gonna
He just
unpack.
pulled up a bunch. This is my doll collection. Like
This is my Funko doll.
this
one's
it's not a
alive.
sex doll. Like this is my sex. And so Rob, we're gonna go into this one. If you can't get it, we'll let Jeff go. What do you think this one is?
Face Town is sup.
You gotta set it without saying it.
I pray, bro. I'm like 5 beers deep, bro.
One of the hints is a catchy song, and that's the way I like to fuck.
Oh fuck, bro.
It would be if you were like this. If you were like this, what would that be? If somebody is like this and you're fucking them, what are they doing?
Oh, face down. Face down submission.
So face down. So what's going on the back end?
Face down, ass up.
Yes,
face down, ass up. There we go.
Up.
Thank
Come
you,
on.
Jeff. I had to call a friend.
Yes. All right. So what do you think this one is? This is the last one. What do you think that one?
Jeff?
Wow. Hunter. And I'm like right there. So Hunter.
One of the hints is in the pool and taking advantage of hotel perks.
What? Oh, sorry. What?
What?
Oh, we're gonna hunt. Oh, no, we're gonna hotel perk that even hunt to wear wedger eggs. I don't know. I mean,
it is underwater sex.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Sex. Yes,
I agree with Jeff. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So what did you grab, Jeff? What are you gonna?
All right, are you ready for this doll weirdness? Because every guy, and you guys may not, but most men have a fantasy about Princess Leia in her slave outfit. And I got this doll from FAO Stores. Princess Leia in her slave outfit.
100% sexy coming from the Real Sharks podcast.
Right? How often like that?
I endorse that shit right there.
That plastic looks like it's a little ravaged. How often?
But that costume doesn't.
How often do you pull the plastic off that doll and just let it rip onto that doll? Because I won't judge you for it because that's a sexy doll. But
like some grandma boy shit.
It looks like the
I'm
plastic.
looking at it. It has.
It's kind of like when you take like plastic wrap off of a cake and you take a bite out of the cake and then you shittily put the plastic back onto the cake after you eat a piece. Like
I'm amazed. First of all, I'm amazed when I looked how perfect it came out on the big screen. I looked.
Yes, Jeff has his show playing on. Jeff has the show playing on.
Jeff, I applaud you for that, bro. That's
Bro,
fucking amazing.
No, I just feel like the biggest dick.
Jeff, can I ask you a question? How many Funkos do you have in the back, bro?
Oh, bro. So here in the two shelves is like 210. I've got another 100 and some that I can't even display anywhere. I got a lot.
Have you ever seen an Elvis one?
Yeah, I got an Elvis one. Wait a minute.
Is there an
Dude,
Elvis?
you got an Elvis one? Holy shit, I've never seen one.
Pulls one and that whole shelf just fucking goes down like live.
He just pulls one out and is like,
Oh, I can't find it. I do have an Elvis one though.
how much did that cost?
Jengaing that fucking thing out.
I bought it for $20.
Damn.
And you know my biggest collection is a lot of Britney Spears.
I see Bray Wyatt and Macho Man and The Rock.
Ah, dude, Bray Wyatt, man, a lot of love.
Yeah.
Right here. Hey, yo, let me show you this, Ray. I saved this for you. My Halloween costume from 2 years ago. Look at that fucking Macho Man.
Yeah.
I saved that for you, dude.
Yes.
All night.
What
yeah,
we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna get into Ode to Humanity. We got to get into Cards Against Humanity real quick, and then we got to get ready to wrap because we're almost at 2 hours. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into our Cards Against Humanity. You guys have played this before.
Yes.
So you guys, I think what we're gonna do is, since it's the two of you guys, you're each gonna draw a number this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and read off the card, and then you guys are gonna draw 1 through 6. So the first one is, how did Stella get her groove back? So Rob, I'm gonna let you choose first. Rob, 1 through 6.
I'm gonna do a 4, man.
4. All right. So you want 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now keep in mind, all these cards are randomly drawn out, and there's also cards that like from previous weeks that weren't chosen. So if you play Cards Against Humanity, there are often what we like to call throwaway cards. So there are some throwaway cards in this. Jeff, what do you think? Number 1 through 6.
Give me 1. Let's go right to the top.
All right. So how did Stella get her groove back? Rob's card is, you must construct additional pylons. That is the card that Rob chose.
I'm lost.
Jeff's card.
I'm lost there.
How did Stella get her groove back? Having a wonderful time at the zoo. That is how.
Wow! Yes.
I actually like that answer.
Stella got in the bathroom by all kind of animals. Yes.
That's pretty much
Jeff,
how Stella got a groove
having
back.
a wonderful time at the zoo?
I'm keeping it. Oh yeah.
Right. What about you, Rob? Do you want to keep must construct additional pylons, or do you want a rebuttal?
I want a rebuttal there.
So you're going to rebuttal. So that throwaway card is going to get thrown away. So what do you think? 1 through 4.
Let's go with 3.
3. All right. How did Stella get her groove back? The nipples of a man.
That's
I would actually say I'd agree to that. I would agree with that statement.
She got her groove back with the nipples of a man. All right, so
I'll go with that.
These 3, two of which I were hoping would be drawn, will now go into the pile for next week, because 2 of those would have been amazing.
I'm always hoping I want to give mine up now.
So here's the next one. The next one is, for hunting in the King's Forest, I hereby sentence you to death by blank. So, Jeff, what do you think? 1 through 6.
Let's go with 4.
4. All right. 4. And what do you think, Rob?
Let's go with 2.
2. All right.
Yeah, Rob. Feels better when you sue me.
Jeff's first. So, for hunting in the King's Forest, I hereby sentence you to death by dad coming home drunk.
Oh, dude, like getting beat to death? That's terrible.
Wow, man.
Dark.
This is such a bad memory thing.
Dark.
That's dark shit.
Yeah. So, Jeff, are you going to keep dad coming home drunk for the way that you get sentenced to death in the King's Forest?
I got to say yes. The reason why I've only seen my dad drunk once, and my mom is in a rage, and we went to the racetrack and he picked 6 out of 6. So let's go with that one. It's a winner.
Here's Rob's card. So, for hunting in the King's Forest, I hereby sentence you to death by an uppercut. So I'm guessing like the Mortal Kombat style, uppercut, flying off the stage. Are you satisfied with uppercut, Rob?
I'm actually pretty cool with that.
I kind of like the fact that my wife's going to divorce me and my kids over, but you do what you got to do.
All right. So real quick, what we're going to do, of course, unfortunately, our guests couldn't make it tonight.
Who's the winner?
To her to see
Jeff was the guest.
Able to come through. but this kind of stuff happened. So it ended up being us. And I feel like we had a great time and a great episode.
Bro, I'm going to keep going till like 2 a.m.
So, Rob, of
Yes,
course, your
man.
show is the Real Sharks Podcast. What all do you guys have coming up, and where can everybody find you guys?
Oh, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere podcasts are broadcast. We just pretty much talk about everything that's movie related, man. I mean, there's nothing really that's untouched by the Real Sharks Podcast.
I like it.
Awesome. And Rob, I would love to come on to your show one day.
Oh, Ray, I'd love to have you, man.
So
Are you sure?
Yeah, my personality stays the same no matter what. I
You
apologize.
saw that secretary review I did for you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what my saying is when they mix the sex and the violence. I like
Jesus Christ. I'm hot for it. I am.
And of course, Jeff.
Jeff, you're welcome on too, bro.
Yeah, Jeff.
Love you.
Where can everybody find the Yo Show? And of course, welcome to the Planet X Network right here on Roku TV and Fire TV. Where can everybody find you? What do you have coming up, man? You do so much. It's insane.
Thanks, brother. We got a lot coming up, and we book way ahead, so we got to always present a load. So we can be found on YouTube at the O Show, Twitch at the O Show, and very soon on the Planet X Network via Roku and Amazon TV. And I can't wait, dude. I'm so happy for this Planet X. Doing it the right way. A little MTV meets a little bit of nonsense, meets a little bit of fun, meets a little bit of modern era podcasting. I love it. Coming up on the show, Kelsey Lynn, Keith and Joey, Sour Station, Burden House, Victoria Fire, Halloween Spooktacular with the beautiful Fallon Vendetta, Twisted. It's an awesome band. A lot more, dude. We got great shit coming up. I can go down the list, but just great shit, dude. We love it. We do it. We bring you everything. Actors, actresses, bands, authors. We do it.
And you know what, man, Jeff, as I said before, you're passionate about what you do. And I, as a fellow podcaster, doing this as long as I have, being in the entertainment industry,
I must cry, bro.
Pro wrestling as entertainment, being in the entertainment industry for over 20 years, I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate everything Rob does, just the passion, determination that everybody does. I'm always a real meets real type guy, and that's how it works. But of course, this is the Happy Hour podcast. We will be back. I am on vacation, so we will be back on Monday, September 25th.
Wow, I said forever.
Right here on YouTube Live, Roku, and Fire TV via the Planet X Network. Our featured guest will be Ashlyn Sparks. Ashlyn Sparks will be joining us right here on the show. And then we roll into October. And October starts our Halloween Spooktacular.
Yes.
All Halloween themed stuff, urban legends, of course, the return of Smasher Dash, the Halloween edition, all kinds of stuff. And then we go into November. And in November, I will be finding various videos of turkey fryer accidents and playing those on the show right here on the Happy Hour podcast. So that will be fun. And of course, I apologize that our guests couldn't make it. Of course, when you're live, shit happens. It's not like we can just be like, hey, let's do it tomorrow or something like that. I love being live. That's just the way it works. Yeah. Jeff, Rob, guys, thank you so much for coming out and having a fucked up time with us as always. Thank you to everybody on YouTube Live. Everybody, let me check the stream one last time. Okay, so there's nothing else in the stream. Thank you for everybody on YouTube Live. Of course, everybody that views in every single episode. New episodes will drop if you're watching us live tomorrow on Planet X Network on Roku and Fire TV. So look out for those. Probably about 4 new episodes, vintage, current, whatever. Look out for that. And this will actually be private on YouTube until it finishes its run on Roku. So you're looking at us right now, probably on Monday. This will be on Roku TV. It'll run about a week and it'll be right back here on YouTube. But yeah, guys, thank you, everybody.
Always.
Thank you for tuning into the Happy Hour podcast.
Thank you for having us, Ray.
See you guys next time right here for the Happy Hour podcast.
Cheers, peeps. Juicy ass.